Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Devista Ari Purnama from PBI2. Now, I will answer 5 questions about travel methodology. The first question is, please mention and explain briefly the components of communication process. So, there are the components of communication process. The first is context. Every communication process within context. So this context may be physical, social, culture, or chronological. And then the sender chooses the message to communicate within context. And then the next is sender. What is sender? Sender is a person sends a message. And then the sender makes use of a symbol to convey the message and produce the required response. And the sender may be an individual or group of an organization. And the next is message. Message is a key idea that the sender wants to communicate. So communication process begin with deciding about the message to be conveyed. And then message, it must be ensured that the main objective of message is clear. The next is medium. What is medium? Medium is used to exchange. So the sender must choose an appropriate medium for transmitting the message, else the message might not be conveyed to this desired recipient. So the next is recipient. Recipient is a person whom the message is intended. And then the last is feedback. What is feedback? Feedback is the main component of communication process, as it permits the sender to analyze the efficiency of the message, and it helps the sender in confirming the correct interpretation of message by the decodant. And then the second question is about, why do humans need a language? So as we know, language plays an important role in human life. So it is a social phenomenon. So the language is the way to communicate by voice in distinctly human manner. So language helps the human for informational, expressive, directive, aesthetic, and so on. And then, okay, the third question is, which one do you think the best English teaching period? There are Dutch period, Japanese period, and Independence period. I think the best English teaching period is at Independence period. Why? Because in Independence period, Indonesian people have Indonesian language, so it's more easier to learn about English language. Because in the Dutch period, so there is not Indonesian language, so Indonesian people should learn about the Dutch language, and after that learn about English language. Because in the Dutch period there is Dutch English dictionary, but for the way teaching in the Dutch period is good. Why? Because there are many times to learn about an English, and then after that they are studying well. And then in Independence Day, in elementary school there is English language, so the student can learn about an English language since from elementary school till university. And then in Independence Day is good because there are a syllabus, and then many books about an English, and then there is a course and so on. And then number 4, in your opinion, what is the status of English compared to Indonesian nowadays? The status of English nowadays is different from Dutch period. Actually, English will increase, but nowadays Indonesian lack of research, like as the purpose of English, the interesting of English, the historical, the political, and linguistic in English. And the last, number 5, please explain about the function of English Indonesian. As we know, in English Indonesian, the current status of English as an international or global language is underpinned by its wide use in a range of fields, such as political, diplomacy, international trade and industry, commerce, science, and technology. For example, in USA for economic and business. In the USA, as you know, USA is a number 1 economic successful of global business. So they want to use, they should use English language. For example, in the market, they use English language. Okay, that's all. I think that's all for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.